Get ready for a thrilling ride as Reacher returns in Season 3, proving once again that he's the master of quick thinking and undercover antics. With a dangerous rug business amazingly called Bizarre Bazaar at the center of it all, can he save the day while navigating a web of deception and friendship? But before we get into it, if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button, drop a like and comment on the video, and if you're able, please sign up for channel memberships for exclusive content, which really helps us out. Anyway, let's get back to Boston. So, this level of masterful deception is seen throughout the first 3 episodes of Reacher, titled Persuader, Truckin', and Number 2 with a Bullet respectively. In previous seasons, Alan Ritchson's titular protagonist was an unstoppable force who could not be contained by any boundary of law, which makes him going undercover in Season 3 one of the best versions of the classic action hero. Reacher is not only forced to use his experience and tactful knowledge, but must also remain incognito under the formidable eyes of Beck, his head of security Chapman Duke, and his gargantuan bodyguard Paulie. The opening scene of Season 3, which is a direct adaptation of the first chapter of Lee Child's 2003 book Persuader, is one of the most clever and surprising moves Reacher has ever made in the series. Figuring out it was all an elaborate hoax to befriend Richard Beck and hold his bodyguard hostage at the end of episode 1 was even more satisfying. Reacher pulls out what may be the world's tiniest cell phone and tells one of Boston's finest, Susan Duffy, "I'm in," to close out the premiere in style. Fans of Reacher know to suspend their disbelief when it comes to certain elements to allow the show to arrive at great twists and interesting developments. Many of the logical aspects of the series can feel rushed and forced, making Reacher's character seem more like a machine than a human being. The first 3 episodes of Season 3 are no exception to this, featuring Reacher working his way to being Zachary Beck's head of security within a matter of days. Overlooking these potentially unrealistic areas of the narrative proves to be the best way to enjoy the show. Reacher was a tour de force in Season 1 as he looked for those responsible for killing his brother Joe. Season 2 featured him being part of an elite group of military colleagues who are the closest people he has left to family, including Maria Sten's Francis Neely. While both of these previous missions were thrilling and suspenseful, every villain Reacher faced before seemed well within his grasp. Season 3, however, ups the ante by introducing the series' most formidable villains yet, with characters like Beck and Paulie. Reacher is more vulnerable than ever before in Season 3, which is a relief to the show's somewhat predictable formula. Heightening the stakes and the level of opposition peels back the established layers of Reacher being an invincible superhero and, for the first time in the series, raises concerns about whether Reacher can handle what he's up against. Increasing the physical might of Paulie and the antagonistic ruthlessness of Beck and Chapman Duke forces Reacher to be more clever and secretive under immediate pressure, making for a gripping viewing experience. Season 3, Episode 3 also introduces another high-level opponent, Julius McCabe, who appears to be an even bigger threat than Beck and Paulie and Duke combined. There is also Reacher's main target, Xavier Quinn, who is revealed to be operating under a new alias. Season 3 forces Reacher to employ a variety of physical and psychological skills just to keep his head above water, placing him in his most dangerous situation yet. After 3 sharp episodes, the season appears to be on the right track. Not only is Reacher back in his classic style, but he's also challenged and threatened like we've never seen before in the Prime Video series. His Boston-based supporting crew isn't quite as charming as Margrave's Roscoe and Finley, but they add a new cultural element and slice of life from a different pocket of America. Season 3 appears to be more present than past seasons thus far, not relying on extensive backstory or romantic side quests to fill episodic runtimes. Like his Season 3 opponents, Reacher seems to be all business this time around, always staying on his toes and keeping us on the edge of our seats.